It has happened, guys. It has literally happened because a lot of people will be expecting that this is actually what's to be happening to South Africans. Now, South Africans in diaspora, they're not born there where they can't identify that we are South Africans. They're not rich, they're not fit. And you know the saddest part of all of this is the innocent ones that this thing is actually affecting. And that is what I keep saying. That is what I keep crying. I keep saying the innocent ones are the one that this is actually going to affect. South Africans in diaspora has come out to air out their pains and how pained they are. Because why? Some of their people have taken to the streets to destroy their reputation. Not only that, they cannot open their mouth and say, "Oh, I'm South Africa." I want you guys to watch this clip. Credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in at this episode. And if this is the first time you're tuning in, my name is Sonia, and you're watching Honestly Speaking with Sonia, where we literally say things exactly as they are without sugarcoating. With that being said, let's roll the clips. I'll be back with commentaries.
South African traveling to like other African countries, I don't think I'm more embarrassed to be South African than when I leave and I go to other African countries. I'd have a great time. And then they'll ask me a question, "Oh, so where are you from?" I'm like, "South Africa." And it's either one or two responses. Either one, like, "Oh wow, South Africa, that's so cool, I'm a piano." Or two, "Why are you killing us? Why is this? Why you want to kick us out? Why is that?" I'm like, and like now you always have to like take the smoke for your whole country or your government policies that aren't really solving the problem in itself. But hey man, what am I supposed to say? Yo, yeah, xenophobia is really, really affecting a lot of South African relations to other African countries. And yeah, I'm having to be in the trip and having to constantly apologize for being South African or for the things that we do, and it's like, yeah. And we know it's wrong. Like we hate it too. We hate it too. But like it's not fun.
Okay, let me say this like this. I'm an international student and I'm from Botswana and I live in Egypt, okay? I've been here for a while. And when I came here, I witnessed or I came into contact with a lot of people who didn't know where Botswana is, okay? So I had, on many cases, I had to use South Africa. I was like, "You know where South Africa is?" And when they say yes, I'm like, "Yes, we are next to South Africa." Most people knew South Africa more than Botswana. So now, recently, due to these attacks in South Africa and all of this that is happening and, evictions and all that, I'm afraid of even saying that I'm from South Africa. Like, I've changed the country. Now I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm not even joking. When people ask me, "Where are you from?" and I say Botswana, and they're like, "Oh, Botswana where?" I'm like, Zimbabwe. Now I use Zimbabwe. I'm so scared. I don't know why, but I'm scared of saying I'm from South Africa because I don't know. What if they're trying to chase me also? Because this might be dumb, but I don't know. Nowadays, I just say I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm from Zimbabwe. You know Zimbabwe? Yes. If you don't know, if I say I'm from Botswana and you don't know where Botswana is, I say Zimbabwe. And normally, I've never really said more than two countries before. They just, from the second country, they either know the country or they just pretend they know it so that the conversation stops. So that's pretty lame, but
I'm ashamed today to call myself a South African. The image that are coming out of Durban make me to be ashamed. You are beating blacks. You are slaughtering Africans. I've never seen you doing that to a Chinese. I've never seen you doing that to a white person who doesn't have papers. I've never seen you do that to an Indian without papers. But once they say it's an African, because you hate yourself, because white people taught you to hate yourself, you kill other Africans. Stop that nonsense. It ends today. We must unite as Africans. Don't glorify these borders. Uti, hey, there is Zimbabwe, there is Nigeria. These borders were never here. These borders were imposed on us by white people who wanted to divide Africa and do what they wanted to do with this continent of Africa.
Just came back from a very informative conference this morning, and when I got there, I met some, black people there, and this particular lady that I kind of like felt, we could sit together at the conference. I walked up to her, I introduced myself, and told her I'm Rebo. And then the next thing she's like, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm like, "South Africa." So Mugela paused for like 2-3 seconds. Anyway, through the whole conference, she was still very cordial. We were engaging, no stress, until it was lunchtime at the end of the conference. We met at the stairs. We were proceeding to go into the hall to get our food. Mugela made sure she was ahead of me to go and get food. Anyway, we're lining up. There's 3 or 4 people in front of me, and then there's her. And then she got her food. I'm thinking, oh, we've been jamming together. We've been talking. We're going to go and have lunch together now and kind of like get to know ourselves better, maybe even exchange phone numbers. She's Nigerian, by the way. When I tell you that after collecting my food, there was no sight of this girl. I literally stood there. I was looking around, and it was not full. The hall was not full. I mean, I stood there and I've looked for her. She was not there. Anyway, I was like, okay, I've got my food. I'm going to sit down and eat. I ate. I finished my food. I went for dessert. I got my dessert. I sat down. 30 minutes later, Mugele has still not come. It now hit me that she probably disengaged from me. She didn't want to sit with me because I'm South African and she's Nigerian, and because of the affairs that are happening now with the xenophobic attacks now in South Africa. She didn't want any relation to me. She didn't want anything to do with me. She was like, you're South African. What are we going to talk about while your people are attacking us in South Africa? I am so ashamed to be South African. I'm so embarrassed. Like, like at this point, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I am so ashamed to call myself South African right now, because it's like now everywhere in the world we are painted as these evil, xenophobic, black on black crime, hate. And it will be very difficult as a South African to stand forth and defend my people, because I'm seeing it online. I'm seeing what's going on. Chasing people out of hospitals. That is not okay. So now I have to hide my identity now to say that I'm South African. I have to hide it from everybody. What a shame. Really, really, what a shame. South Africans, you can do better.
That's intriguing though, Now you all tell me, as a South African person, despite everything that is going on now, the world is talking, Africans are furious. Africans were against South Africa during the World Cup. Nowadays, our African governments, some country governments are taking South Africa to the ICC, to the African Union, and we heard that some artists are being cancelled. Like, in the viewpoint of a South African, how do you feel amidst all of this? Like, is there at any point where you feel like, oh no, I'm going to denounce my South Africanness, or I'm going to put aside my South Africanness for fear of what could happen to you, because of what is going on in South Africa? Have you at any point thought of saying, no, I'm not going to be proud or introduce myself as a South African because I don't want to be seen in a certain way? I'm just thinking, how do you all feel amidst everything going on and all the backlash? Like, how do you feel? Are you still cruising nicely, or I'm sure you all get the question.
It's a pity that some of our South African women are now forced to experience what foreign women experienced during that whole time of chasing foreigners. Watch this.
Watch izinto zabantwana, watch ama-birth certificate, i-ID Z.
This is painful.
Asaziba sawuthini sawulala njani njengokuthini igama ndikuphila sane ngonyama.
Madoda sasihlupheka Nkosi yami sishelwe emasukwane sinabantwana kumanje sazothi sophuma sibhekeni kushe ngisho izinto zokwembatha sazombathani amapampers asitholile lu.
You can never wish this on your worst enemy. It's a pity that it happened during a cold front. Is it karma though? Is it God trying to work in his mysterious ways to show us that what you do unto others, he can also do to you, even worse to you? I don't know. I cannot speak on behalf of God. But this is not good. You'll find out that some of the women who are now facing this reality were one of the women who were busy in comment sections when the foreign women were sleeping in open parks in KZN. You remember the Malawians when they were waiting for buses? There was pregnant women there. There was vulnerable women and children. I'm sure some of the women who their shacks have been burnt here were some of the women who were busy commenting and saying, we wish it could rain. You find out some of the women who are now faced with that reality, with the people commenting those things. You never know. Maybe this is karma for those type of women. I even did a video here on my TikTok. I was so ashamed that some of our South African women were supporting foreign women sleeping in the streets during winter in open fields. You can never wish that on your worst enemy. This year of shacks burning, you can never wish this on anyone. This is horrible. This is not a good thing to happen to anyone. And you should sympathize with people who face situations like this. It's not a laughing thing. People now having to be forced to go and seek shelter in community halls. Seek shelter in the streets of Babamba Matente just to survive. You know karma, when it comes, it doesn't introduce itself. It just pulls up out of nowhere and then you're shocked. The same rain that you were wishing on foreign women, your shacks got burned, and the following day, the cold front that comes with rains suddenly started. You were wishing it rains when the Malawians were sleeping in parks. And we were like, guys, you cannot wish that. There's kids there. There's pregnant women there. You cannot wish that on anyone. You were wishing Mutigneti Zulu while people were sleeping in open fields. Well, like, that's not acceptable. You cannot wish that. But guess what? All of a sudden, mysteriously, we don't know how, your shacks got banned. And all of a sudden, Sebianet. Talk about karma. I don't know any other way of explaining karma than this. But this is not good. It's not good. We can never rejoice on this. We can just speak and try to show people, speak about karma, try to open people's minds that, guys, anything can happen to you too. The same people you wish but move out on their houses, it can also happen to you. Look now, your shacks bent down. Some are crying that their documents also got banned. Their IDs, their birth certificates. You are now forced to also be undocumented in your own country because your documents got banned. Now they can easily come to you and ask you, show us your ID. Because your ID banned, you won't show them anything. Should you be treated as a foreigner just because you're not walking around with your ID, the same ID that banned in fire? No! You should be given the benefit of the doubt. You can't be judged by how you look, how you sound, nothing. So, you guys now is a very crazy time because anyone can easily ask for your ID when you're walking in the street. Since your documents banned, like, do you see you can also be in that same situation where you are so vulnerable and powerless in your own country? So guys, the lesson here is that God works in mysterious ways. And never laugh at someone because today is their day to face a calamity in life. Never laugh. Never laugh because someone today is having a painful situation. Never laugh. Because it can happen to you too. And then what should people do? Should they also laugh at you that all of a sudden you are homeless? No, we can't.
As a member of the OUJ, I stand here with all the sadness in my heart of what's happening in South Africa. South African, you should really stop what you are doing. We were with you during the struggle of apartheid. We stood with you guys, and we're always there as African people. But you are doing bad against us. You are killing our brothers and sisters. I think this should end. If you continue what you are doing, forgetting that your brothers and sisters are all over in Africa, the all Africa will also turn against you. Thank you very much.
A lot of South Africans don't know anything about economy. A lot of South Africans don't know anything about relationships. A lot of South Africans don't know anything about politics. A lot of South Africans don't know anything based on the comment section. A lot of South Africans don't do research. God! A lot of South Africans cannot accept their faults. And that is a back step. What is wrong with you people? Even when I create content, I said I'm not happy that Nigerians are where they are. I'm not happy that we are having unemployment and all of that. South Africans don't want to accept that they have unemployment problem. They don't want to accept that there are violence. They don't want to accept anything. They will come under the comment section and giving me figure. And you forgot that me, na research and I be. Anything we South African put for this comment section, except Anusia, I they go do research. And the feedback does not even carry. God, South Africans. It is quite unfortunate that you people, what you are putting on the comment section, you don't know that a lot of people are reading it. You are giving me idea that quite a number of you don't know anything about life. Nothing. Your own be say you want to speak hatred. I dey lecture una. I dey tell una things about life where you don't know. Instead of you to learn, you want to come and show your ignorance in my comment section. A lot of people, millions of people, even if they don't comment, they are seeing. Your comment is going far and near. You don't know. You will come under the comment section and write something. In your brain, you have written something that Napoleon have not seen. And no, go and check my reply so that you can learn, you can educate yourself. South Africa, this, that. Come on, guys. So if all this time you don't understand what I've been talking about, violence will never make Africans move forward, then you are a very dumb person. You don't get sense, you don't get brain. You cannot understand. Simple English, because I know they speak grammar. Now simple English I they speak. I don't even study grammar. Simple ABC now they talk. Still you come under the this work won't I give me. I be one say I no go continue to the educate now, but a lot of South Africans don't know anything.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for watching every single clips I was able to roll out for you guys. And honestly, I wouldn't blame most of the South Africans if they're saying they're ashamed. They don't even want to identify as South Africans. They don't even want to tell anybody that, oh, see, I'm from South Africa. Because let's be honest, with every single thing that is going on right now, do you think they can now proudly say they're South Africans the way they are saying it before? And we all know that before, every single person who wants to travel to South Africa, every single person wants to even identify as South Africa, right? So this is exactly what will happen if you use your own hand to destroy your glory. South Africans have used their own hands. I'm not going to say South Africans, some South Africans, because that is what I'll be addressing it at now as some South Africans. They have literally used their own hands to destroy the glory that South Africans have literally built, the reputations that South Africans have literally built. You understand? It's just a whole lot to deal with this xenophobic attack and the rest of that. Because if you are in another country right now and you are South Africans, and you're South African, you can't even identify as that because you're going to be scared. You will not know people's reaction. You don't know if people will start plotting on you because of what's actually happening. Look at a lot of businesses in different countries have literally been terminated, removed just because of this xenophobic attack. Now look at the other day we saw what they call it, Mozambique. Mozambique was telling a South African that came for tour, they came for all of this touring, they were telling them to go back. They were telling some videos, they were telling them they cannot serve them. They should go back to their country. Are you getting it? And different countries are also saying, if you know you're South African, pack and go back to your country because your people do not want immigrants. We cannot also host you. This is because we just have some set of ignorant people that don't even understand what economics is all about. Saying, oh, they want to actually have their best freedom, and the only thing they can do is just to be xenophobic, attack people, unalive people, and so on and so forth. And you think that every single person will be happy. So South Africans in diaspora cannot also identify. They are ashamed of what is happening. That's the few ones that travel, the few ones that will open eyes. Because a lot of them, I keep saying it, a lot of them do not travel. They don't. They don't. They prefer to remain in that country and be suffering, no job, no problem. Let's keep dying there. That is why they don't understand the pains of doing whatsoever they are doing to other immigrants. I will keep saying it. I am not in support of any illegal immigrants. And if you know you're watching me, you are in any country and you are not legal there, please try your possible best to make yourself legal because it is very important. But be it legal or not legal, it doesn't justify the fact of what South Africans are doing to immigrants. Looting their properties. Instead of telling them to go back in peace. Taking over their businesses, and at the end of the day, they will come back again and still complain that nothing is happening. They are regretting, they can't even cope. A whole lot the South Africans have done. Even me, as in my country here, I don't even want to hear that you identify as South African. Honestly. So I don't know. I don't know how they can be able to build back this reputation. And that is why when Julius Malema was talking, Julius Malema keep telling them that this is actually not what Nelson Mandela and every other person fought for. This was not what they fought for. They never fought for you to destroy whatsoever they have built. Madam Jacinta, Pakia, Pakel, Ngwezi. You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, and credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you. Liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks. Also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like all the same my videos. I'm going to be simple, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.